Hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, Simming with Ashley. As you can guess, my name is Ashley, and today I have a mod showcase or CC showcase for you guys. Things for kids, some toddler stuff, and some teen stuff because we know that The Sims 4 is lacking a little bit when it comes to the children. And I just thought it would be fun to showcase some of this. First, we'll start with some of the toddler stuff. I'm going to teleport her upstairs. A lot of this stuff is by PandaSam or Ravishing or around The Sims 4 when it comes to like CC items. So as you can remember, in The Sims 3, we had like a xylophone for the toddlers. That's missing in The Sims 4. So PandaSama has one there. So you can play xylophone. She's working on her thinking skills. Not just have the thinking blocks, or we can play rock a stack here, where we also had this in The Sims 3. They just, put those on. Sorry, she's the other way. Yeah, just playing with that, building that thinking skill. And then one other thing I really want to showcase is this, where it's a play telephone where Sims can, the toddlers can work on their communication skills, which is so cool. They just kind of play with it and then they work on their communication skills. So instead of just having your toddlers on that dang tablet, you don't want an iPad sim kit, do you? No. So instead of having an iPad sim kit, I don't know why she won't stop playing with it, but instead of having an iPad sim kit, you can have a kid that actually has toys that are going to build their skills. So yeah, she's playing with the telephone right now, and it's actually working with her imagination and communication skill. Both are building right now because she is playing with it. Another thing here we have is the play kitchen, and this toy kitchen is originally by PandaSama and Ravishing, but this version is by Sixum. This is a recolor of that item, but yeah, this item toddlers can play with it and kids can play with it, and she's building her movement skill right now. And they actually have an item when they're done whatever they're doing. They're being playful. So I think this time she didn't, but sometimes they get like clay, or if they pretend cook, they get fake items of food, and it's like, I don't think anyone should eat that, but I think it's a really cute item and I definitely recommend it. I'm gonna get their son to come in here and pretend to cook also, so you could see that. Oh, see, look, she got a little toy hamburger from that because of it, and he puts this little hat on also. There he is, just mixing the toys, playing with it. And look, he actually made that's a PB&J sandwich, I think. Yeah, and he can eat it, so that's very fun. I think it's a cool item. Also, we see here these doll houses, so she can come play dolls on these tiny houses. These ones are from Ravishing. There's like a bunch of different little doll houses by Ravishing. And when The Sims 4 launched, I'm so sorry, but those doll houses were too dang big. They were too dang big. So these are fun. They can just play dolls with them, and they're much smaller than that. And then this doll house is all by around The Sims 4, and it's also like a Barbie dream house. Same thing, she's just playing dolls with it, and I think it's just a really cool item. Great for toddlers, great for children. So he can also come in here and play dolls, or I guess he should join playing dolls. And yep, he's in there playing too, but he got bored. So, okay, let's move on to some next items. So I have a whole setup going over here, right? These are from around The Sims 4. So it's a gaming console replacement for the like big, bulky, ugly gaming. So they have like a little switch in here. So he can come down here and he can play the same games. There's a mod for other games, but he can play the same games on the TV. So if he comes down here and plays Party Frenzy, he's playing the same games with the same controller, but there is a override for the controller where you can get a Switch controller. So these controllers are just decorational up here, but there is a mod where you can get it to be the Switch controller override. And then another mod is the actual Switch. So we can play Blick Block Tap on this. So like some of the computer games he's playing right now on his tablet, his little handheld Nintendo Switch. And I'm pretty sure that's also by around The Sims 4. I'm going to link everything below, guys. Like, these are great things. The Sims 4 doesn't have anything for kids to do. Another thing that came with massive It was just massive when the game launched, was the Voidcritters. So this tablet is by Ravisheen and it's amazing. So the Sims can play Voidcritter Go, and usually they get up and they go around the town. It's like Pokemon Go. They try to find their void critters, right? So it's cool. But they can also like research the game strategy when you buy the packs of void critters. Let's actually do that really quickly. So I bought him a void critter. We're going to open his booster pack just like in Pokemon. And instead of having to play on that giant, we could train his void critter on his tablet. So now it's on the go. They can be playing with their void critters. And it's, you don't have to put that massive system in a room unless you're trying to decorate a room big. Then yeah, you can play with the massive void critter. But other than that, he's having fun. He's building his gaming skill, and he's just down here chilling, relaxing, acting all cool with his Voidcritter Tablet. And again, that's by Ravisheen. One other item I really like is this. It's a VR headset, goggle headset by Sepsit, I'm thinking it's by. It is awesome for gifts, so they can play VR. And it's not only kids that can use this, adults can use this also. But I usually give it to my child Sims because I think they would like VR a little bit more. So yeah, now he's playing, he's building his motor skill playing this right now. But we're going to cancel it and take it off of him. And then we're going to give it to, let's give it to Trinity. She's the mom. So she can also start the adventure here where she puts it on. Like she's focused, virtually victorious, success. Sims love the virtual taste and smell of virtual victory. So she's just doing whatever out here with the virtual headset. She's literally floating. But that's also a really cool item to help not only your kids, but your teens too, if they need something to do. Another mod that I love and I recommend for everyone if you have kids in The Sims 4 is the Education Overhaul mod by A Deep Indigo. So with this mod, one of the features is that the homework breaks down into skills. When she completes her homework, instead of just doing homework, she can compose an analytical argument, for example, or write an English paper, and it boosts the skill for that item. So you can just do that, and then she'll go write her for her homework. But she'll also be building a skill as a teenager to help with college or just career. But kids also do it. So if he reviews social studies, it boosts his social skill. He could practice vocabulary for creativity, math for mental. So if we have him do his homework, we can see he put it out. Look, he's building his mental skill. That is so awesome. And I wish the base game had it. So it's a great mod. But there's so many features to this mod. So today is Sunday in fall. But if it was summer, we would get a school break for summer. If it was winter, we could take a school break for winter. But not only that, we have the ability to enroll them in virtual school. We also have the ability for them to do their homework on the computer and study. So they'll have additional tests outside, especially for high school years. They don't only have those tests on Friday. They'll have additional tests through the week. But the kids can apply to boarding school. They can go to an independent school, an elite private school, or a specialized magnet public. So we're going to get him to apply for a magnet public school so we can just see the process of that, because it's not just like they apply and automatically they're in. No. So he's applying for it right now. So we have a pop-up. Jordan has chosen not to attend his local public school and has started an application for a more rigorous education. Applications are current for 5 days for all private and specialized public institutions. They require a personal statement, a tour, an interview, and a completed application with the application fee. Even so, if you do all that, admission is not guaranteed. And if they're accepted, the student will be enrolled of their choice. But if they don't get in, they'll just keep going to public school. So because we did that, we can go back to school now and we can go on the admissions tour and interview, or we get him to write his personal statement. So we'll get him to write his personal statement because he's working on that. He needs to say why he wants to go to this public or this private magnet school. Okay, he's done with his public statement, or his personal statement rather, not the public statement. So we're going to click school and then school enrollment, and we're going to go on his admissions tour, and we can take his dad with him. I know like in The Sims 2, you would have them come to the house and do the tour, but this is different where you can't really do that. So we're just going to have them do that. And when he gets back, we'll continue with that mod a little bit. So he just got back from the interview, and it says, "Thank you for touring our school and submitting to an interview. We enjoyed meeting you. Please complete your personal statement if you haven't done so, and the status of your application will be made known to you. We'll be in touch soon." So I'm probably going to submit his final application now upstairs. I love The Sims 3. Sorry, that's so random, but I love The Sims 3 on there. So we're going to submit his applications fee, and then I'm going to jump time a few days when they get back to us so I could see that process. Also got a pop-up for our alternative school. So congratulations, Jordan. We are pleased to offer you a spot in our school. To secure your place, a parent or guardian must use the phone or computer and officially enroll you within 24 hours. Welcome aboard, and congratulations again on your acceptance. So we're going to have his mom do that right now. So if we go to school, enroll in school, and as you can see, that's $750 to enroll him in school. So this is definitely not a cheap option for them, but we're going to have her enroll him in school really quickly. So we enrolled him in school, and then he's now formally enrolled. The enrollment fee has been exacted. He should begin his next school on the next weekday if enrolled by 12 a.m. So that means he won't go to school till tomorrow. So if we go to his job, you can see he's a specialized school C student now. So not only is he at Little League, he also has a specialized school because he's not going to the school. Whereas his sister, if we looked at her, she's just a high school C student. If we look here too, he also has rigorous results from specialized school acceptance. Jordan has been accepted to the Bedlington's Latin School, a top-notch school with stellar reputation, amenities, and networking. An exciting adventure awaits. And that's from coming back. Okay, perfect, because I was going to force this to happen, but with the education overhaul, the kids also go on field trips. Do you remember in The Sims 3 when they would go on a field trip and they'd come back with like a space rock or something from the science facility? So this mod allows the kids to go on field trip. So they go to school a little bit earlier. It's time for Maya to go on a field trip. Okay. So we got that pop-up for the field trip. So like in The Sims 3, they would go to field trip and get stuff. The same thing. She goes to school a little bit earlier and she's going to get out earlier. And Jordan goes to school at 8 still, but some of the schools will go in at 7:30. Some will come out at 2:30, some of the specialized schools, but his just happens to still go off at 8. A Deep Indigo education overhaul also comes with preschool. So we're going to enroll her in preschool, because when they go to preschool in the morning, they build skills. They go about 6 a.m. to 2:30, so you don't have to pay for a babysitter, and they build skills, and when they come back, their mood is like fantastic. So I'm going to jump forward a few days to see her in preschool, and then so we could get his admissions letter. So we're going to click on her, and we could say no to go to, we're going to send her to preschool. I'm also going to lower her needs and stuff because I want to show you like it really does work. She's going to be stinky at preschool. So we're going to send her to preschool. She's stinky. She lacks attention, and just look at her needs go. So if we look at Daniela, her conflict resolution is in range to earn the mediator trait. Her empathy is in range. Her manners are in range. Her emotional control is in range. So she's at school. They're not only taking care of her, but she's also learning manners. She is learning emotional control, responsibility, like all of these. They're going to continue to build as she goes to preschool. Sorry, the game's a little weird right now because I skipped ahead so we could go to school the next day. So like this is what I was talking about. Daniela's imagination skills on level 4 now. We started this game yesterday in game, but like her skills have just popped so much. Look at her needs. They're perfect. And I haven't been cheating them. They're just that good. And if you go to her skills, all her skills are increasing. While we're on school, we can go to jobs. So with, I think, after school activities, we can do much more activities with the dynamic teen life. So we can, or this comes with the education overall, but you can try out for stuff, you just don't get it. So we have football, we have mock trial, we have STEM, we have arts and crafts, adventure club, drama club. So there's just much more after school activities for, so let's do after school. And then they get the digital sketch pad. It's so in depth. She'll audition for the after school activity and then get in. But for kids, there's not really other after school activities. So if I join an after school activity for a little boy over here, before it was like scouts, that was just a random problem. So before it was like scouts only, but KiaraSims has a bunch of mods. There's so many of them with additional after school activities for children. I just have a few in my game. So she can go to ballet, he can join drama, little league, or martial arts, and it functions kind of like a job. So we'll get him to do little league. So now he has Sandlot Slugger, his performance is average, and then he'll get some pop-ups of him like needing to build certain skills. So with the karate, martial arts, I know for sure they have to build their motor skills. So that's a thing with that mod, but I haven't done like the ballet and other ones to know what additional things they need to do for that. Jordan, the little boy, just went off to baseball. It does say he's off to work. He doesn't have a job, but I think that's just the way this mod's built. So I'm going to cheat his energy and his fun. But he's going to be there until 6. So it is a little glitchy when it's like, oh, he brought him $0 today, but he did some great work too. But it's a fun little thing. Another mod by A Deep Indigo that goes along really well with this mod is Dynamic Teen Life. So with Dynamic Teen Life, they'll call their friends and stuff and say, hey, oh, that's funny that I guess I missed the welcome party. Or they can ask about college parties. That comes with the mod. They can ask their parents about like dating. So if you go and say, ask permission to date, and they can say no or yes, they can sneak out a little bit more. Let's get her up. Like their classmates will ask them to go to parties and stuff. So if she calls and asks her, she's be like, I haven't heard about any college parties. So we asked Molly about college parties, and it says, some connections of mine heard of a party going down with some college students. This could be our chance to show the world how cool we are. So because of it, some people have delinquent teens too. I don't have delinquent teens, but it's a great go along with this mod, also by A Deep Indigo. So we could go to her dad and ask to go to the party. So ask permission to go to the event. We could ask him permission to date, or we could just sneak out. So let's ask him permission just to see what he says. So we asked him for an event, but nothing happened. But we're just gonna have her go to the college party because they didn't say anything. So I'm gonna take that as a we can go. So she just got back from the college party and she has the not ready moodlet. Mariah thought everything was going well until that last game. At least the last one she could remember. Mariah got home safely, but it's clear that she isn't ready for that type of life. So they do get additional things. Another part of this mod is going to entertainment and then teen activities. So let's do Molly. It's late at night. We can go on a date. We can do debate club, experiment with friends, hang out at the mall, life skills class, prom, even though there's prom in the game, school newspaper too, or college fair with friends. So those are other additional things you can just have your teens go to do, and the other teens will contact them and ask to do stuff. So this is part of the mod too with she's now very popular. So the more they talk to people, their popularity status will increase with the education overhaul and the dynamic teen life. Or if they don't care about, they'll like, when we first started, a pop-up came up that she doesn't care about being popular. So it's influenced kind of by each sim individually. It's not like a one size fits all. So here we see she's very popular right here in her Simology tab. Okay, and one more mod that I think is pretty cool is the Family Activities mod by Grumpy. And this works if you don't have any toddlers or infants. I'm so sorry to those kids. They can go to the cinema, the amusement park, hiking, swimming pool, or the zoo. So we're going to click go to the zoo. And they get cute moodlets based on when they go to stuff. This is available from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the week. But it's 10:30 and they're going because the game doesn't know it's 10:30 because I jumped the time. But Yeah, so they went to that event. And then if you look, she has this cute little, such an original family activity. Reason went to the zoo with her family. We saw goats, llamas, bears, and even enormous fishes. It was awesome. I do love animals. So she got one and he also got one. So for each activity, they get one. And yeah, these are my videos, guys. Please, if you like my content, please like and share it. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll post the Let's Play video also soon.